Here we've got the Lemniscate origin, created by the Discord user known as Ray Million. Or Milliom. I don't know. It's got an M instead of an N at the back, so... Anyway, it's a two-impact origin. The concept of infinity in its physical essence, both the unstoppable force and the immovable object. I already love where this is beginning based upon that description. This is gonna be great. First ability, unstoppable force. Throw yourself in the direction you're looking with infinite impulse, destroying any solid obstacles and flinging away entities while dealing moderate damage to them. This is your primary ability, activated with G by default. So now we've got a Puglian spawn. If we press G, yep, you get a nice big impulse into the air. If we go and let's do a bright orange, not wool, we want solid concrete. Even though they're the same thing, basically. They're both blocks. This just feels like more funnier to me. I'm going to run through solid concrete. Just destroys the wall. It's like I'm Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. This is funny. I just appear through the wall. Hey guys, how you doing? Boing! I actually successfully killed one of them with that. That's amazing. Just not only did I tear down the fence, I shoved them out of my way. It's like, how dare you? Oh, it's great. Okay, another fun part. Okay, so I'm assuming if you don't move at all, it won't actually break through anything. Or maybe it doesn't work facing down. We'll find out that answer. We'll find out an answer to that question in a split. Based upon if I get up on this tree successfully. Flick to survival. Oh, that's a funny problem. Anyway. Nope, you don't. Okay, so you don't break through blocks when going in a downward direction. Okay, that answers that question. But if you go upwards, you will break through your roof. So this is good for going through walls or roofs, but you can't go down unless it requires it to be less layers than what the ground is. Nope, doesn't look like you break through a single layer of blocks when going downwards. We're answering questions here. I want to figure this out. What about if we have multiple layers on the roof? Like, how many layers will you go through is the grand old question I'm trying to figure out here. We're trying to figure out what is the extent that this ability will go to. So we've got 3 layers there. We've just rocked through all of them almost. There is 1 block sitting here still though. I would assume that's just because distance of the ability started running out at that point. So let's see, how far will this ability let you go? Okay. So we're going to go straight. We're going to be a block away from our wall, and we're going to break through it all. Wow. 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 Straight through 6 blocks. No problems. It just doesn't stop you. I'm assuming then, based upon this information, you can break through as many layers as the ability will last for. So as long as the ability is still going, which from what we can tell from where it ended roughly about here, you could probably go through 8 blocks worth of stuff, no problems. I think we'll do a quick, that's wool. I want to keep it at least consistent to this type of block. If we just add this here, and then we come back to here, and then we just do it one last time. Okay, so the grass interrupted that breaking being as fast as it could have been from what I could tell there. So now we've broken through the glass. let's just try it again. Just one more time, just so we can figure this fun stuff out. Let's actually break. Then we will now... Okay. So, it looks to be 6 is roughly the limit. Because that's just dependent on how fast you could actually go. Which is actually pretty cool. Just the fact that you can get through that many blocks in general is really neat. Now, the ultimate test is how strong does a block need to be in order to stop you? So, if we get obsidian... You roll right through it, and that time we went through 8 blocks? Okay, so it's a little inconsistent too. But we went right through obsidian. It didn't stop us. Can you get through bedrock? Yes, you can. Far less bedrock than what you'd get through any other block. It literally only got through 3 before it petered out, but... Oh, nope. It just went through the rest of the wall that time round. Wow. That is... I mean, you truly are an unstoppable force. Even bedrock can't stop you. You can just break through it like there's no problem. Wow. Okay, so it doesn't seem like blue ice actually affects the speed that you run through things. Because it's still got to roughly here. It's still about the same 6 blocks of inconsistency. So it's either going to be 6 blocks or maybe you'll get through 8, depending on how the movement actually goes. Like what? Like even then, didn't even get through the full fall. Yes, there was a bit more distance, but it clearly didn't matter that I was on ice to that. So that's cool. Do that and we'll just press it. So yeah. I mean, in theory, you are a drill. This is a really good origin to drill, apparently. Immovable object. You have infinite inertia. No amount of impulse or pushing can knock you away. While it works on your whole body as a mass, it only gives partial resistance to local attacks. Based upon that information, I would gauge that your knockbacks are you're a lot more immune to knockback. Yeah. There is barely any knockback there. I'll just die because I'm at half a heart anyway. Plus infinity, negative infinity. Redirect your energy to polarize positive infinity of health against negative infinity of own strength. This causes energy imbalance and fills up your entropy bar as well as leaking into your weight. The longer you stay in this mode, the heavier you'll become. After some time, you won't be able to move, and eventually you will implode and then cause an intense explosion. This is a toggle ability with the trigger Y, which is your secondary key for me. Make sure you're not using this power while AFK. You will, in fact, die and explode a bunch of blocks unless you're only off for a quick minute. With this ability, let's place down our friend, the Husk, and let's press Y. So you will take no damage whilst in this mode, and over time you'll get heavier, meaning that you'll get slower. You can tell by, I'm assuming both bars are going up, trying to zoom, even though I've not used I've not used any form of zoom for a very long time. Oh yeah, our slowness is like, I can't move anymore. Oh, I can't even jump move anymore. Oh, no, we can still move by spamming W and spacebar at the same time. It figures itself out. And there we are. There's the explosion. This is the explosion for... Maybe? No, that's 2 explosions. I need to go make a new crater so we can actually visualize how big of an explosion this will be. Well, it looks like we're about to explode again. And kabooey! I was a few seconds off. Love the sheer knockback. Okay. Put that ability. So this is about... So if you accidentally leave this ability on for too long, this is about the damage that you can expect to see. It's not pretty now, is it? I would also factor in that there's a possibility that you will lose items with this explosion. Maybe with the explosion itself, but definitely due to the sheer amount of fire that will be left behind by this explosion. So that is something to keep in mind. Otherwise, it's a very useful ability. You just take no damage. You deal no damage, but you take no damage. And eventually you'll just pop and explode. Negative infinity, positive infinity. Polarized negative infinity of health against positive infinity of attack damage. Within the next moment, you will deal infinite damage with a single blow, but any damage you take will be lethal to you. This causes energy imbalance and fills your property bar beyond the threshold. This is activated with C. So, if we get ourselves our friendly friend, it's the Husk. Hey, how you doing? And we press this and press C. He will immediately hit us and we will die because we took damage. Granted, the Husk also dies because he was in the vicinity of the explosion. So, ha, ha, ha. Sucks to be you, buddy. Gathering here is that you only have a few moments after you press that key to deal the damage. So we'll try it here. Yeah, if you do the damage the moment after you press C, it will be infinite damage. But if you wait a few seconds, it won't be infinite damage and you're very likely to take explosion damage. So basically, this ability you have to use to get the insta-kill. Basically, you need to deal the damage within a few, probably like a second or two of pressing your your save bar activator key. Secondly to that, for a fair bit afterwards, for the entirety of the cooldown, you will be vulnerable to just insta-death. Regardless if he successfully gets the insta-kill off, you are still vulnerable to insta-death, which will lead to an explosion and will cause a bit of damage around your local area. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Entropy. Your internal energy is volatile and unruly. You can't keep it fully at bay, not with your tremendous potential. Using active abilities fills up your entropy bar. Beyond a 50% threshold, you will not be able to keep it stable if damage is taken. I'm assuming that's the yellow bar. No, the yellow bar lightning is your entropy. It starts at default, but as you use abilities proactively, like we'll use Y here, it will go to increase, we'll press C here, it pretty much maxes out. Like beyond 50%, which is the halfway point of the bar, you will pretty much implode on contact. You can, from what I could tell before, mix. If we turn this off, place that down, turn this ability, that's the wrong ability. The Husk is still dead, I'm assuming. Jesus. But yeah, the yellow bar is your entropy meter. Be very wary of that meter, because if it's above 50%, any damage you take from that point onwards would be an effective explosion. So you keep that in mind. Static charge. You're always full of static charge. This makes you a common target for lightning during thunderstorms. There is always a considerable chance to be struck during rain too. So based on this, you might get struck by lightning in usual rain, but if we roll ourselves to weather thunderstorm for about 500 seconds, we wait a few moments, we should be very quick to get some lightning strikes just based upon how Minecraft weather goes. I got hit by lightning there. It struck me in the sky. I'm assuming it's purely because I did actually hit where it was striking before. Don't get why it's striking there, but hey, we got hit by the lightning by that. Come on, strike again, lightning. Do it. Smite me. Hey, zombie, how you doing? It really likes over there. It really, really, really does like right here. Whoa. That's a trench. That has been the Lemniscate Origin. Let me know what your thoughts of it in the comments down below.